Hey guys, welcome to my pick a card reading. This is messages from your higher self, angels, and guides. And tonight I have 5 card piles and I'm using 5 different oracle decks. I was feeling the number 5. So this is group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, and group 5. If you want to take a second to pause the video and kind of feel which deck is really calling to you and which deck is resonating with you, take a few seconds. I like to take a few deep breaths and really call on my angels and ask them for clarity, which message is going to resonate for my best and highest good and the highest good. So let's start with group number 1 and see what messages your guides and higher self and angels have for you. Okay, so for group number 1, if you are more of an introvert and kind of are used to working on creative projects by yourself, this is really encouraging you to kind of maybe even step out of your comfort zone a little bit and really be open to the idea and possibility of working with group energy. And this is working with group energy that resonates with you. Obviously, if a group or a person does just not sit well with you, resonate with you, that's not the right group for you. But it's kind of asking you to gear your awareness more towards being open to working with others. And with this go forward fearlessly right next to it, it's like I said before, if you're really used to working by yourself and working on creative projects by yourself, there could be this fear that you're not going to find the right group or connect with the right person, or just a lot of that going on. But your angels and guides want you to know that if you start to open up to the idea of it, you will attract the people that you're meant to work with. So just trust that and trust your intuition. With the You Are Worth It coming up, I feel like you are a very creative person. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting from this. I feel like you are definitely an emotional person as well. You might be a water sign. You're really able to tap into that creative, deep energy. And that's why it could be hard for you to find groups and people that you connect with, just because you kind of operate on a different level. The way you think, the projects you bring into fruition, they're just different, you know what I mean? And that's really amazing, because not everybody is like you. So what this reading is kind of saying is don't get down on yourself because you are different and you have these different ideas and maybe you don't connect with certain people. It's be open to the fact that you are special and unique, but there are others like you out there that you can connect with. So with the You're Worth It coming up, it's almost asking you to see how amazing you are and how beautiful you are and how much you have to offer, instead of getting down on yourself and focusing on your differences, because those are the things that are going to actually really serve you in this world. Especially the more you can learn to embrace them, and kind of it's like riding the energetic waves instead of letting everything tumble on you and crash down on you. And with travel coming up, this could have a few different meanings. And this is a life purpose oracle deck right here. I think the more that you tap into your creative energy, the more that you actually commit to that and commit okay, this is part of my life path, the more doors are going to open for you to lead you to where you want to go. And this could be traveling to different places. This could also mean that if you have been thinking about moving, possibly to a new home or to a new state, a new wherever, if you've been thinking about moving, this is just confirming that is your guides and angels are yes, this is something for you to consider. Obviously, use your intuition, what resonates, what doesn't. But if that's something you've been considering, then I would definitely meditate upon that more and look into it. And the major thing too is you're a very creative person. You have a lot to offer. So don't let your fears and insecurities hold you back. I know easier said than done, but they're really just wanting you to know, really just telling you to go for it. Especially with this one here with Archangel Michael. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Besides with this one too, I would say if you have been kind of binging and eating unhealthily recently, this is kind of a little sign to eat a little bit better, drink a lot more water, kind of do a little bit of a detox if that resonates with you. All right, so let's see what's going on with group number 2. Okay, group number 2. Okay, so with group number 2, I feel like possibly recently you have been a little bit frustrated because you have a lot of ideas, a lot of visions, a lot of plans, a lot of things that you want to bring into the world, and it seems like it's been really frustrating. There has been a lot of challenges, it's been a lot of work is what I see from this group. But what this is saying is that you are on the right path. I think you've been receiving little signs and like glimmers of hope, but because it's been such hard work, it's been kind of hard to even accept those visions of hope and that like your visions are going to come into fruition. But this is saying yes, and this is all about grace and miracles and kind of divine intervention, essentially. So it's really kind of saying like trust the process and keep going. With this one, I feel like you most likely have been working at a job that is not your passion. So that could be really draining and frustrating for you, especially when you have all these amazing ideas you want to bring into the world. But they're saying trust the process, do the best you can to possibly not overwork yourself. If you've been saying, if everybody's been asking you maybe to like pick up shifts and you keep saying yes, maybe dial back on that slightly. Obviously do what you need to do, make your money, etc. But if there's a time when you're just working excessively, this is kind of saying take a little breather, like dial back maybe just slightly and focus more on kind of just being is the message that I'm getting, because you're on the right path, you're doing your right things. So I think a lot of stuff comes to you, a lot of ideas and whatnot. So it's just like, just keep doing what you're doing, basically, is what I'm getting from this. And there's gonna be a breakthrough. Just trust that. Just keep doing what you're doing. And then with the nutrition card coming up as part of life purpose, this could be, if this resonates with you, you could be really passionate about your plant-based diet and you want to share that with everyone. You could be really passionate about cooking, or you're, taking pictures of your food, or whatever it is that has to do with nutrition. This is just confirming, if this resonates with you, this is confirming that is part of your life path. So keep at it. For some reason, I'm getting the message that somebody on here does like Instagram stuff with like pictures of food, or has some kind of like food blog, whatever, something to do with plant-based, vegan, etc. Keep up with your food-related vision, basically. And let's see. And then the other message I got was don't give up hope. So that's where this energy stands for group number 2. Thank you, group number 2. Group number 3. Got a lot of creative people in these groups coming up here. Okay. Wow, these first, that's so funny. Group 1 was creative based, group 2 is another, lots of ideas and whatnot, and this is another very creative energy. Okay, so for this one, what this is saying with this card right here, Reveal the Peacock Beauty, your artistic works are going to become way more inspired. You're tapping into a different depth of your soul and your consciousness, and it's more like you're tapping into that like really grounded and spiritually connected energy. It's kind of just rising up like the sacral chakra. So this is asking you to commit to this part of yourself. It's almost like saying like, I get the feeling like maybe you keep brushing it aside and like, I'm not that person, I'm not this creative person, I'm not, but what your guides and angels are asking you to do is kind of just like accept, yeah, you are this person, and make a commitment that you're going to express this part of you. Because you also have here, you have Pan, who is the ascended master of music and fertility, and we've also got another music related, Kuan Yin here is playing, I don't know if that's the harp, but got another musical instrument here, and empowerment. So this is really asking you to kind of like accept that part of your path is to express these. I mean, if you're a musician, then definitely express that part of yourself. And with empowerment, I think that this is going to be a time in your life. I think this is going to be a time, especially for the next month, whenever you watch this, where you really start to actually feel confident in your artistic works and in yourself in general. I just stuttered really hard. In yourself in general. Like, I just see you being way more comfortable in your own skin. So that's really powerful. Let's see. With the life purpose card with animals coming up, you might have a really strong connection with animals. You might be a vet tech. Whatever you're doing or whatever you're thinking about doing that is connected with animals and helping animals and along that path, this is confirmation that you are on the right path and doing that. Let's see. I think that's all that I'm getting for group number 3. Alrighty. Group number 4. Let's see. Okay. So what's interesting is when I was kind of like meditating on each group, the message that came up with group number 4 was that financial concerns might be an issue for you right now. With this card coming up, Mother Fierce, it's really about you being like, all right, this is or is not right for me, and this could have to do with what you're doing for your work. I think you have a lot of relationships in your life right now, to be honest, that are draining you, and that it's time for you to just realize like you don't have to deal with that. You don't have to take that anymore. If you have a romantic relationship that's really not serving you, got some family members, friends, etc., it's time for you to just kind of be like, it's time for you to be really strong and say no to those people that kind of want to dampen your spirits. It's time for you to really reevaluate, does this person make me feel good? Do I feel uplifted when I'm around them, or do I feel drained? Do I feel bad about myself? Does my self-esteem feel low when I'm around this person? Do I feel like I'm not good enough? So reevaluate those relationships in your life, and if you come to realize that they're draining, they make you feel bad about yourself, then you've got to take the steps necessary to remove those relationships from your life. And you can do it in a peaceful way. It doesn't have to be in an angry way. Or if you are angry, you can definitely express your emotions. The most important part is that you set a really strong boundary where you don't let anyone penetrate your inner peace any longer. So with this one next to it, you created this situation and you have the power to change it. That's just confirming, you have the power to say, no, you are not allowed to come into my life and make me feel this way. Absolutely not. Because I think these people are having an impact on you in the way that you are able to, because when you feel, peaceful and you have your own inner space, it gives you more time to be like, all right, this is what I can do for my finances, and I can do this for work or whatever, because, it's like you have more peace of mind. Maybe your work isn't your favorite thing right now, but it's like if you go to work and then you come home to a situation, or you come back to a relationship that's draining you, it's like you have no time to recover. You have no time to reboot, so that when you do go to work and, try and make that money, etc., it's like you have no time to get that like energy level, so that it's easier to get through, if you get what I'm saying. So that's what I get for this. And with this coming up, you have the potential to have a lot of financial abundance. Your guides and angels are saying to start writing affirmations. I am wealthy, I am rich, I'm a money magnet. Money's drawn to me, money comes to me easily. I love money, etc. Start and put that up in your room, wherever you see it, and just start saying it every day. They really want you to start working on that, because you are an abundant person. I think you just have a lot of kind of energetically draining people around you right now. But they really want you to start doing that, the manifestations. And yeah, with this one coming up too, clear and shield your energy and protected, you have a lot of connection to spirit guides, etc. You have a lot of your angels and guides are looking out for you, but they are asking you to take, like I said, take the steps, because you're definitely looked out for, but it's like you're becoming way more drained than you need to be. So call upon El Moria, ask him to clear and shield your energy. You can call upon Archangel Michael and ask him to clear and shield your energy. And they really want you to know that you are protected and you are safe, as much as maybe recently you have not felt that way. So just really take this time to, like I said, reevaluate your relationships. You've got spirit is watching your back, even if there is a little bit of a fireworks session when you try and detach from certain relationships. Just trust that you are protected, and obviously listen to your intuition, listen to what resonates and what doesn't, but the main thing is they really want you to know they've got your back and that you are really, really strong. Okay, so that's all I'm getting for group number 4. Group number 5, for those of you that picked group number 5, when I was shuffling, 2 Kuan Yin cards came up, and I was like, no, I just want to do 5 cards for each. I want to keep it 5. So I put them back, and I reshuffled, and then the 2 cards came out again. Like the first time they flew out of the deck, and the second time they came right out together. So you guys have 2 Kuan Yin messages. And for those of you in group 5, let's see. Okay, so I got very strong energy for those of you in group 5 that you have a very, very, very strong connection to spirit. You have that warrior energy. You are really, really tapped in and very psychic yourself. So I wouldn't be surprised if you already do oracle readings for yourself all the time, tarot, etc. You get a lot of messages from spirit, for sure. And I feel like possibly, maybe you've been thinking about how you can do that, as far as like bring that into the world. Like, should you do readings for people, like energy healing? I don't know. I'm just getting a very strong psychic connection, and you're like, how do I get this out in the world? So with these, this is asking you to, and maybe there's been some self-doubt too, that you believe that you don't have this strong, because I also got really strong leadership energy from you too. So it's like very like leadership, warrior, psychic. You're just very, very tapped in to that realm. And you're able to bring it back to this. You're just able, you have a special divine connection basically, and you're very strong and very, like, I think you've had probably not the easiest life. Okay, so with this one, this is asking you to trust the messages that come through. Trust your psychic messages and trust that you are able to divine messages for other people. With the threshold, you know, I think you're probably right at the edge there of discovering who you are and what your life path is on a deeper level than you have so far. So there's, I mean, I feel a lot of, I think there's a lot of pain going on with you. I think there's a lot of grief. I think there's a lot of, just a lot, because you're so tapped in, and you're probably a really, really, really strong empath as well. So you have that hard shell, but you're very empathic. If there is an opportunity that comes to you, or you've already, I feel like maybe somebody's already come to you with some kind of opportunity or some kind of gesture, like, hey, we should do this, or something regarding your spirituality or some kind of something. If you resonate with this person and you feel like, okay, it might feel a little bit outside of your comfort zone, but if you resonate with this person and you trust this person, go for it. Trust, so whatever this is, if this is a job opportunity, if this is whatever kind of new situation presents itself to you, it could lead to something where you're able to use your skills at a deeper level. So if this resonates with you, then trust that opportunity, if it resonates, of course. Now, like I said, I think you've had kind of a tough time in life because you are so empathic. And your guides and angels want you to know that there will be a period of recovery time for you. So maybe whatever this new opportunity is, maybe it's a job where you make more money. Maybe it's not even something that's spiritually on point with what you want to do, but you're going to make good money. And it's kind of just like, meh, but you make good money. They're saying to do that because it's going to allow you to kind of take a little break from maybe thinking so hard, and because it's like you've been working on yourself, your healing, your growth kind of nonstop. So they're saying, you know, this could be a time for you to just kind of regroup and regenerate. Now, you've got follow your heart next to heart's desires. And this is saying, this is a life purpose oracle deck. And both of these are saying you are supported in following what your heart tells you is your passion and your bliss. They really want you to know that. So believe that it's possible for you to actually do what you want, and start journaling and writing down, like, okay, this is my passion. This is what brings me joy, and I believe that I can do that. They're really supporting you. So you've got a very sensitive soul. You're very kind. You're very caring. Like I said, you do have a tough shell, and you've got that warrior shell, you know, which is good and has served you, you know, and your trials and tribulations. But you've got such you've got beautiful gifts and a beautiful heart, and they are fully supporting you to share that with the world. So whatever you feel is the next step that you need to take, they're saying follow your heart and really listen to that. And like I said, trust those messages that are coming through from your guidance, because you're very connected in that sense. And I think that is all that I'm getting for group 5. I hope that these messages resonated with you guys. I hope that it gave you clarity. Let me know. I really hope that whoever watches this and whoever needed to get this message, I really hope that it helped, and I hope that you guys have an amazing night.